What's up, everybody? It's dsclaw, and I'm here on the Team F.I.N.O channel. We're going to be talking about Forza Horizon 4 and the vinyls in that. So I've had some questions come up in Discord, and I've seen some on Twitter of people kind of running into a little bit of difficulty. I am by no stretch of the imagination a master at this or a complete expert, but I've been able to put together a couple. So I'll show you how I've done it, and I'll kind of walk through a couple of the other little side processes that are in it. So, from our initial start point, this way you can follow it home. Got that car, and it's not the bestest, but I haven't dumped everything into it. I got this one where you can do like somebody had a tune out there. It takes it to an X999. It's ridiculous. MJ has it on hers, man. It's obscene. Okay, I thought this was going to be quicker. I'll be real. Times using Anna. 5. It's been more than that.
Welcome back, homie.
Word. So initial little startup kind of splash menu. We're going to hit boom because we don't care about what's going on in the today's events, because that's not what this one's about. So we're going to go over to garage. We've got designs, paints, and livery. For some reason I can't say that. We're going to click that. Now there's some different things that you can do in here, right? You can go and find designs, and that'll actually completely trick out the car. It's a skin that'll go over the entire vehicle. You can see what you've done, what you've put together. Up in this other one, we can go straight into it and put them on your vehicles, the ones that you have deemed worthy and deemed like, or maybe constructed on your own or downloaded. You can go in a paint car, and that'll do the overall painting for the vehicle. You can do create vinyl group, my vinyl group, so you can see what you've done, what you haven't done, or maybe you saved a project and you're going to come back to it. The big thing that I think that everybody needs to remember is this is a lot like Photoshop. So whatever the subsequent layer is going to go over the top of the next. So we'll go into that with, we're going to put in, you can add a vinyl shape, and in this window you have the curated groups is the very beginning one, and this is ones that people have put together and are just like super killer, and I don't think are like anybody that's like official, but whatever. You got the primitives, which is your basic kind of shapes. Community vinyl slightly tricked out, a little bit more so, and that goes all the way until about 4. It's kind of the same general shapes, square, squiggly line, kind of an arrow thing, and an S. You got your gradients, stripes. So this is where you can do some crazy kind of, you can take all these and then you can butcher them together and make your own deal. So you've got tears, racing icons, flames, paints, bad 90s tattoos, nature for those that are just trying to get a little more in touch with everything around them. And then this takes us to the group of letters. So you have uppers and you have lowers. So it's the same style of font in one and in lowers one. So if you're going to write something out, make sure that you're using the same font, or at least that it kind of looks the same, because I've caught myself a couple times doing some kind of silly shit that I could have avoided had I been paying attention to what blade I was in at the time. So we'll grab something super quick. We'll go with paint splats. Boom. Now we're going to pick out our color. Previous colors, like if you're working on a project and you kind of have an overall theme going, previous colors, it keeps in like the history of what you've already selected, right? So normal colors, we'll go with white for stand outedness. Now we have the move section, and this right here, if you're trying to get something on the level of like going straight across, make sure that it's flush across the bottom. If you go to size, it'll tell you what your X and what your Y is, right? Same here. Size, it'll tell you exactly if you're trying to match something super specific. You can use the D-pad in order to go by small increments, or you can use left joystick in order to make really big, wide sweeping arcs, right? Now, with this, let's say I don't like I really like the shape, but for where I'm going to put it on the vehicle, I need those kind of two protrusions that are going really high left. I need those on the right. So I'm going to hold all the way left, and it'll rotate it all the way around. As long as I'm paying attention, I can kind of catch it and then bring it back to some semblance of its normalcy. It's just mirrored, right? Spin. It spins it. It's crazy. Skew is something that it seems like it alters it from the inside out, and you can kind of trick it out that way. Transparency, probably don't need to get too much into that, but just in case, transparency, depending on what number value I assign it, it will show whatever is behind it, right? So if it's 100%, then that means that whatever that it's not going to show. Whereas the lower I bring the transparency number, the more you'll be able to see whatever is behind it. So we're going to plant that, and we're going to go grab another one. So let's see, we'll grab another random shape. We'll grab this weird pterodactyl thing that we got going on. This one we're going to make black, though, so that we can see some of that difference that we were talking about. We're going to move it in front. And we're going to make it a little bit bigger, a little bit longer. And this I'm just doing by going in different directions with the left thumbstick. Now the left thumbstick, I can hold in between, and you'll see that I can either go wider or I can go longer, right? So I'm going to stretch it out a little bit, make it go a little bit wider. Going to tilt it just a hair because I'm making a point. And then we're going to plant it. But I've realized that I've made grievous errors, and now I can't see the one that's underneath it. So if I look in the HUD down at the bottom, it tells me if I hit X, I will actually cut it. So this is like your cut to paste, right? So if I go over here to number 1, hit Y to insert, now it's underneath. So you'll see that the ones that follow after, the successive layers, go on top of whatever's behind it, right? Let's say I want to grab we're going to do a load vinyl. Now these are ones that I pulled off from the manufacturers group and things like that. These are also ones that I've personally made and want to use. I don't want any of those. We'll go with vinyl. We're going to go all the way over. Now we can search too, and this search function is pretty handy. So if we hit the little button, let's go with description. We're going to say monster, because we want to have the monster logo located on top of our flying pterodactyl that just got blowed up or something. We'll see what pops up. Boom, there we go. Fantastic. It gives me everything listed by that. I'm going to grab this. It's a lock design. So now that we're doing this is really good that we're talking about this. So if you're a part of a team or you got buddies that you want to share the design with, if you pick somebody else's artwork that it's locked, it's going to lock your design too. So you can account for like leaving space for that logo or whatever, and share the base kind of concept of the design, and then they can finish those little kind of trick shots on it on their own. However, we're going to pop this one in, and nobody else is going to be able to get to it. So we're going to do size. We're going to bring that down, and you'll see that my options are a little bit more limited, right? I can't make this one super fat or super skinny. It's very, very set. We'll move. Well, boom. Looks great. We've created the monster. So, super quick, super easy. I am so glad that I could kind of do it that way. If there's anything else that I kind of need to get into or can go over and maybe kind of shed a little bit of light or help out, let me know and I'm down to try. So I'll be giving the Team F.I.N.O videos a try again and trying to get a little bit more content out there. We're also going to be looking for some people to help and assist with doing this. and helping out on the Mixer channel. So if it's something that you want to get into, you want to get a part of a stream team, you want to be a part of a YouTube team, hit me up, hit me in the comments, or hit me at the dsclaw on Twitter, and I will get back to you ASAP. So thank you very much for your time. I've been dsclaw. This is Team F.I.N.O. saying first in, never out. Talk to you later. Bye.